Welcome back to News Watch 12 this morning. We're checking in with Storm Watch 12 meteorologist Oliver Smith about our current temperatures, and we're probably going to see a little bit of smoke and some heat today.
Yeah, unfortunately more smoke in the region, and again another hot day today, but there is going to be a little bit of relief. We'll talk about that coming up. Not a significant amount, but at least some relief. Current temperatures right now along the Oregon coast into the low 50s. We're looking at 60s, 50s, 60s, and 70s as we head away from the Oregon coast. Pretty much temperatures right now, the warm spot west of the Cascades is 70 in Medford, the cooler spot 57 in Mount Shasta City, and a pair of 64s from Montague and Grants Pass. And we're looking at 50 to 55 degrees east of the Cascades. It's 55 in Klamath Falls. Lakeview, though, 12 degrees cooler compared to 24 hours ago, so that's a significant temperature difference. You'll notice that if you're heading out the door right now, and about 5 degrees cooler over in Mount Shasta City. You'll probably notice that as well. Now, still looking at the Shelley fire smoke from the Fort Jones camera. This was taken a couple minutes ago. I'll get out of your way here so you can see that, but there's plenty of smoke in that particular region. So yeah, that's unfortunately we're going to have to deal with that all day as well. Now for the Rogue Valley, we're going to be looking at temperatures again, very hot overall. Temperatures about 108. That's what we're forecasting for today. Yesterday was 109, so I mean really hardly any difference in terms of the actual temperature. Now in terms of our stormcast, not much going on, although we're going to start seeing some cooler temperatures finally into the region for tomorrow, although it's not going to be a significant cool down by any means, but when you go temperatures close to 110 and then temperatures a little bit closer to 100, it's going to definitely feel better. But we are looking at the heat advisory east of the Cascades and the excessive heat warning still through Wednesday. It's been extended through Wednesday at 9 o'clock. So that doesn't mean that obviously the heat really hasn't gone away or will be overall. High temperatures right around 100 degrees east of the Cascades will be about the same for Mount Shasta City, and close to 108 for Wairika, Mount Medford, and Grants Pass later on this afternoon. Now, highs along the Oregon coast generally into the low 70s. Tonight we're going to be looking at again another warm night into the region. 50s east of the Cascades, pretty much 60s up and down I-5 and 50s along the Oregon coast. Very close to 70 degrees yet again in Medford and for Wairika as well. A little bit cooler for Mount Shasta City and Grants Pass. So the smoke, unfortunately, we have that now. The air quality is about moderate into Medford and a little bit worse over towards Eagle Point, which is where that thick plume of smoke will continue to stay until that fire is out. But once we get towards this afternoon, we'll see the wind pick up out of the northwest just a little bit, and then we'll start seeing the thickest smoke in the eastern part of Jackson County and into Siskiyou County for later today. And then for tomorrow morning, it'll kind of spread out throughout the region. Now, the good news is that we're going to have a very weak system move through for tomorrow. So west of the Cascades, temperatures won't be quite as hot as they're going to be for today. There's not going to be much relief, though, east of the Cascades because that's how weak the front is. But then things may get interesting by the time we get towards Saturday. We start to slowly cool off a little bit more, and we'll have to keep an eye on see if there's going to be any chance of thunderstorms into the region. So the forecast right now is looking at temperatures into the 70s and 80s along the Oregon coast. Warmest day looks to be on Thursday before cooling off with more onshore flow for Sunday. Northern California, 106 for today. You can see temperatures barely drop at all Wednesday and Thursday, so it's just going to be generally 100 to 105 for the next several days. For the Klamath Basin, temperatures pretty much right around 100 degrees from today all the way through Saturday with, well, again, very little temperature difference overall. Overnight lows into the mid-50s, but it does come down just a little bit for Sunday and into Monday. Cascades, again, pretty much right around 90 through Saturday, and then cooling off into the mid-80s late part of the weekend into early next week. Rogue Valley, again, temperatures going from 108 today to 103, 101, so that's more bearable, I guess you could say, but overnight lows do creep down into the lower 60s, so at least that's going to be relief at night.